Well, here we are at Birmingham Airport and it's time to get myself back to Lanzarote. So it's also time to see what it's like travelling to Lanzarote. Just to give you the idea of what it's like when you get to the airport. We're at Birmingham Airport today, so I'm assuming it's going to be pretty similar to all airports, but we'll have a little look at check-in, we'll have a little look at whatever we can film, and then you'll see us land in Lanzarote and you'll see exactly what it's like when you land on this beautiful island to enjoy your holiday. And we'll also, whether it'll be in this video or another video, we're going to give you all the information on how to get to resort, whether it be taxi, bus, car hire. We're going to give you everything. So this may be 1, 2 or 3 videos of travelling to Lanzarote from the UK and Ireland and Scotland. Let's go. I was going to film the check-in and the bag drop at Ryanair because it was actually quite simple. It's all machines and computerised these days. You even print off your own little tags for your bag. But just like the supermarkets with the self-checkout, they have a couple of people there showing you what to do. And I'll tell you what, there was a few people getting confused. Just like in the supermarkets, I don't know why we just don't stick to human interaction, but there you go. Anyway, through security, that was not too bad. I'll talk about that in a minute. But I sat my mother down in the coffee shop and I went for a little wander to see what was going on. Now there were a few shops, there was plenty of things to get, like your meal deals and your sandwiches and your water if you don't want to buy any food on the plane, but all in all it was a bit dull. There wasn't much of a shopping experience anymore. I remember when you used to go to the airport and you used to be able to pick up loads of different bargains and loads of different things. There was a Dixon's where you can get sort of your gadgets and stuff, but let's face it, I ordered everything off Amazon and they didn't have much at all, so it was a little bit boring. Of course you've got your fast food Burger King and everything like that, which is 3 times the price of any other Burger King that you go to. Just to let you know, if you're flying back from Lanzarote and you're in Lanzarote Airport, don't go to the Burger King there because I reckon it's the most expensive one in the whole world. But there was lots of different bars and places to eat and drink. It seems to me everything's about eating and drinking these days. Nobody really wants to shop, do they? They do it all online, which is what I did. Anyway, we went to Boots, I got myself a little meal deal for the plane and I headed off to a little place that was quieter than this because, to be honest, I can't stand to be around loads and loads of people. So if you're a miserable git like me and you don't like crowds, you can come through to like where the boarding gates are and look at it. It's peaceful. There's a little WH Smith's just there. There's even a club lounge as well. If you want to spend the cash and get in the club lounge, you can really chill out there. That looked really plush. But what can I say about Birmingham Airport? Well, it was a bit hectic, and on the news they said there was going to be massive queues at check-in or security, but security was actually quite quick. However, I need to have a little rant because every step of the way it tells you to remove the liquids, to do this, to do that, to do that. But still, the hold up at security was people with liquid in their cases. I mean, how many times do you need to be told step by step? Now I know sometimes you forget, but it really did get on my nerves, and I did have a little bit of a rant because there were people there and the poor guy was checking, the bags were going this way. Every single person he checked had liquid. Oh, I forgot I put that in there. Oh, I forgot this. Oh, I forgot that. And many of the customers and the clients found it very amusing. I didn't find it funny, but I am a miserable old git, so I was having a little bit of a rant. But there you go. Just remember to remove your liquids. But there is word on the street that they are removing that law, so let's see. But anyway, I'm going to chill here. I'm going to wait for the flight. We got here far too early, just because I wanted to have a little look around. And then I'll show you the flight over to Lanzarote. We're flying with Ryanair, and I'll show you what happens when you land in Lanzarote, what it looks like, where you go, what you do, and then we'll do a video on how you get to resort. Or maybe it'll be on this video. I don't know yet, but I'll see you soon. Come on. So when the screen tells you which gate to go to, you just come through here and find out which number it is. You'll go through these little glass doors, they'll check your passport, they'll check your boarding pass, and you sit down in the little lounge until they tell you to go downstairs towards the plane. And there was our plane, the Ryanair, taking us to Lanzarote. I grabbed my mother, she went to the loo for about the 15th time, and we went downstairs to get on the plane.
Love 'em or hate 'em, Ryanair don't mess about. It was a quick transaction, straight through the lounge, straight down to the plane, and before we know it, we were heading down the runway at warp speed, ready to take off as I get the last views of Birmingham and head to the sun of Lanzarote, which is where you lot are all going to be going on holiday soon. So this is where you get those holiday excitement feels and you get ready to take off. Who likes this bit? Who doesn't like this bit? I tell you what, my heart was going like the clappers. Up and away, and this is where the nerves settle down. You sit back and relax. The stewardesses and stewards are coming down with the trolley. They got loads of drinks for you, loads of snacks, and of course loads of scratch cards where you could win fabulous prizes. As we make a sharp turn heading towards our course of Lanzarote, it dawns on me I've got 4 hours on a plane with this one. God help me. From the green of the UK to the beautiful sunlight and the sea, this is the first views you get of Lanzarote. As we come along the coastline, usually you fly in past the Playa Blanca area, so you get beautiful views of Playa Blanca and you head up towards Puerto del Carmen, which is where you land. And when you land here in Lanzarote, it feels like you're landing in the sea. You'll actually think that there's no runway coming up, but just check this out. A beautiful smooth landing, and guess what? Everybody give a round of applause. I tell you, they didn't give a round of applause when they landed into Birmingham. I think everyone was miserable and was not happy that they were not on holiday anymore. But when you land in Lanzarote, you know you've arrived, so everyone gave the pilot a big round of applause. And I tell you what, both pilot, crew and everybody were fantastic. I cannot fault Ryanair. There's no messing about. Everyone's excited to get off the plane, except for this one. All she did was moan for 4 hours. I'm glad to get her back home and hand her off to Mrs. TravelOn. As we headed off the plane, said goodbye to the crew, you get your first views of Lanzarote, and the heat just hits you. And there we are, the blue skies, the clouds, and look at that, my mother's smiling now. She's off the plane, she's happy. It's time to get through arrivals and see what's going on. So you'll head into the arrivals hall and where they check your passports. Now, the last time I travelled, there was a little man on there that just grunted and let everybody go through. But now it's all digital again, just like it was in Birmingham Airport. You go through this bit and you'll have to put your passport in. Once you've gone through your passport, you're straight through to the baggage. And there's loads of advertising here. Look, submarine safaris, aquarium. And don't forget, if you want to book any of those, visit our website, TravelON.world, and excursionslanzarote.com. Mother headed off to the loo for about the 20th time, and I went to get the bags. Baggage handling is usually quite quick here in Lanzarote, unless there's a strike or anything like this. But if you've hired a car, there are the offices on this side as well. So the offices actually have two sides. They have the side here where you collect your bags, and they have another side as well. So if there is two members of staff on, and you have gone with one of these car hire companies, which have offices in the airport, which is always a little bit of a bonus. You can grab your keys here, get yourself checked in on the car hire while you send somebody to have a little look at the bags, which is quite handy. Once you've collected your bags, it's time to go through the double doors, and this is where you're essentially in arrivals. Now, once you go through these doors, there's no going back, so make sure you've got everything and head your way in, and this is where all the reps will be waiting for you. If you book with TUI, Jet2, or you've booked a transfer, they usually wait in here to collect you. There's also the taxis, and if you head in that direction is where you get the buses. Now, I am going to do a full video of how you can get to resort, whether it be bus, whether it be taxi, whether it be transfer. I'm going to do the lot, so make sure to like, follow and subscribe to the channel, because the next video will be a full video on how to get to your resort and your hotel, and also how to save yourself a little bit of money on the way. Now, Mrs. TravelOn was picking me up, so we went upstairs to arrivals, and this is where you'll come and get your cars as well. If you've hired a car, you'll come upstairs to arrivals and you look at that beautiful view with the mountains, and all the car hires are up this way. There she was, Mr. TravelOn's #1 fan, excited to see me, or excited because I had a suitcase full of goodies. Make sure to follow and I'll tell you how you can get to your holiday resort. See you soon.